Hey everyone, welcome back to the Money Level Show where we think, act, and prosper. This channel focuses on changing financial trajectories and building legacies. And I'm glad that you all are joining me today on this lovely day. And so today I'm going to share with you all the worst job, one of the worst jobs I ever worked. And I'm going to share why it was one of the worst jobs. And I want to, really discuss just kind of like how my values didn't align with theirs. And then even now, just even looking back at it, it's just like, yeah, this was not a healthy place for me to be. And this really stresses the importance of financial freedom and being able to escape the rat race. So you're not having to deal with these jobs that are just uh, very unethical, don't really care for the employees, and sometimes just the nature of wanting to be competitive and thinking about the dollar bill and just the customer, like you sacrifice the people that are on your team, for that cause. And so we're going to get into this, and I'm going to go ahead and kick the intro, and then I will see you all here shortly.
Think, act, and prosper. You are now tuned into the Money Level Show.
Hey everyone, we are back. As you can see, I am doing some new stuff with my space. I'm not done yet, but I just wanted to spice it up a little bit for this year and everything. So we are here. So I'm glad that you all are with me. And for those who don't know what the rat race is, the rat race is the working of a 9 to 5 or working for trading your time for money. So this concept was introduced to me. I don't know if he created the concept, but Robert Kiyosaki, the author of Rich Dad, Poor Dad, talks about how, that's the four quadrants, which the four quadrants are you go to work and trade your time for money, or you're self-employed and you trade your time for money, or you own a business of, I think it's 500, 250 or 500 employees or more, where that system is working for you and driving revenue for yourself, or you invest, whether that's in stocks, real estate, or whatever, and your money's working for you. And so the rat race tends to be the left side of the quadrant, which is where you go work a 9 to 5 and you trade your time for money, right? You're trading your time for money. The other way is the self-employed direction, which you could make more being self-employed. I mean, if you're a doctor, if you're a lawyer, or whatever, right? But you're still trading your time for money, right? And so people on the left side of the quadrant are usually not going to get to the place of the people on the right side, where they have a system working for them of multiple employees, or they have a investments working for them, with whether that's real estate, housing, or even stocks, dividend paying stocks, and things of that nature, right? So the rat race is you trading your time for money. I'm still currently in the rat race. I'm working to escape the rat race, right? Because I enjoy my time. I want to spend more time with my kids. I want to be able to do the things that I enjoy to do, the things that I want to do. And I also got a couple of my guys on here. Marcel, what's up? Good to see you. My guy Rob, man. Yes, you know, you know this stuff. So it's good. The rat race is nail and hammer method. Yes, agreed. And so, whenever we're trading our time for money, it's really just focused on, like, okay, you're in a position where you have to go clock in, punch a clock, you have to and whatever the job is, right? You're trading your time for money, and time's your most valuable asset, right? I mean, people think that, I mean, when you're young, I used, when I was younger, I could go work overtime. I could, give all these overtime hours and like, yeah, I need to get this extra money when the government just come and kill the checks with the taxes and things of that nature. And now it's like, now I'm at the point where it's like, okay, well, my time is my most valuable asset. Like I cannot get my time back. Life is short. We all die, right? I want to spend time with my kids. I want to make sure that I'm teaching them and being the father in their life that they need. I need to be a husband to my wife. All these different things, right? So time is my most valuable asset because I cannot get it back, right? And so whenever you are spending your time working for someone else, trading your time for money, that's when you are in the rat race. When you can have investments on this side of it that work for you. Your money's working for you. So if you are earning a percentage on your income, right? If you're earning a percentage on your money that you have invested, so whether you buy a real estate property and say you're renting that property out, or you're buying stocks and you're getting paid 7-10% in dividends on those stocks, that's your money working for you. Your money's going out and it's compounding, and it's helping you get to the place to where it's like, okay, well, instead of trading my time for that money, I actually gain time by my money just working for itself. And so that's the whole quadrant concept of being in the rat race and trading your time for money. So another reason why I don't want to trade my time for money or be in the rat race is because of experiences that I've had with certain jobs. And so I'm going to talk to you about an experience I had with I was working at Hobby Lobby, the warehouse distribution center. It's in Oklahoma City, where I'm from. And I remember, working there for a while. My dad worked there for a while, and he ended up in a situation where he ended up suing them. Right? He ended up suing Hobby Lobby and like winning some money. Right. I wasn't in that position that he was in, but he is able to cash out on them and get the last laugh. I was not able to do it. Right. But I got the short end of the stick working with there. So, obviously, going into a warehouse, it's a warehouse gig. You're going in and you're picking the orders, and you have certain speeds, and there's all this competition based off who can dude pick the orders the fastest, and they got this hierarchy based off of that. But it didn't necessarily lead to money, any extra money in anyone's pocket, unless you became like a team lead or something like that. But I mean, you had this whole status within it, and it was just like, yeah, I really don't care about this at the time. I was pursuing my music full time. Well, not full time, but I was pursuing my music, and so I was just like, yeah, this ain't my end goal. I don't care. I don't care about your production methods, and your competition or anything like that. So I'm just going to pick my orders at a regular fair pace, and I'm going to do my job, but I'm not going to be laying my life down and going 100% at this. Right. And so that was my mentality at the time. So they were very strict. You had a certain amount of times you could be late. And so, like, for example, like when I ended up losing a job, if you had half a day of paid time off, so if you have 4 hours, you cannot use it unless you scheduled it in advance. So the day that I was late, I was late to work. They don't give any extra graces or anything. They just cut you loose. Like, hey, they're not going to be like, hey, Daryl, like, we appreciate you and everything. Like, just don't be late again. They cutting the paperwork, firing you. Right. And so, and you can't use the hours. Even if you have 4 hours, you can't use it. You have to have 8 hours to use it. So anyway, so it was just very strict. Like, you didn't feel valued as an employee or anything like that. I sure didn't feel valued. My pops didn't either. But so, one year, it's coming up on Christmas, right? This was probably 2009, maybe. I think 2009. So we were working. We came into work Christmas Eve. And they were all about like, we got to get these orders in. we got to get this order in. We got to get this order out to these people. Like, it was like they were acting like we were like shipping food and water to some poverty-stricken country where they were in dire need. But we're just sending these little Christmas trinkets and decorations and stuff to these customers. You know what I'm saying? Like, they were acting like it was just a noble cause, like, of why we had to come in this day and why we had to get this order in. So we were working. The weatherman came out and said we were going to have a blizzard. We were going to have a blizzard, right? And so, we got in, they were like, okay, let's speed it up. It's a short day. Should be a short day. We ended up working till we're supposed to get out at 2:00. We ended up working till about 1:00 or so, something like that. So anyways, we're working, and then, we start seeing the snow come down. And the snow's coming down hard. Like, in Oklahoma, you have these blizzards, these crazy blizzards that would destroy everything. And they would destroy everything. And the snow's coming down hard, right? So we're all like, hey, can we go? Because we're going to get stuck here. We're going to get stuck here at the job if we don't go. No, we have to get the orders in, da-da-da, da-da-da. And if you leave, you're fired, right? So this is Christmas Eve, right? By the time we get out of the job, the snow's everywhere, and it's coming down. It's pouring down. People are trying to leave. They're getting stuck. They're getting stuck in the snow. The people are stuck on the highways. Everything, right? So everything, like all of the employees' lives, their families, the joy of Christmas, all these things were sacrificed for their own dollar bill. They're sacrificed for their own dollar bill, right? And so, luckily, my son was very young at the time. He was like a couple months old or so. And luckily, I was able to, I got a ride with this guy who had a 4-wheel drive truck, and he was able to bring me home. It was me and another employee. A lot of other people were stuck. They had to sleep at the warehouse for the night. Sleep at the warehouse for the night. They woke up at Christmas morning at their job in the warehouse, a depressing warehouse with vending machines, right, in the break room. So, that was one of the worst experiences I've had. And that's what drives me to be more financially savvy and to learn like how to manage money and how to escape the rat race. Because at the end of the day, we're all disposable, where a job will dispose of you and for the sake of their own profit, for the sake of their own for the sake, my guy GoFlow said at the trap now. Oh man. Oh yeah. Definitely. Appreciate you. Yeah, so not every warehouse is the same. I have some horror stories with warehouses, but that's the field I went in. Like, I didn't have a plan outside of high school or anything like that. I was just like, okay, this is a job that I can get. And so I jumped into the warehouse field, working these warehouse jobs. And just like the story I just shared, like this was, like people had to spend their Christmas morning at the job, at the warehouse, because the job did not want to put the customer order on back hold or whatever, right? And this wasn't no dire like situation, right? It wasn't like we're giving food or something to kids in starving, poverty-stricken areas. Like, it was just like, hey, we got to get this order to the customer. And maybe their customer service was probably like more valued than their employees' experience. But like for me, this left a bad taste in my mouth. It was like, I'll never work there again. In the organization, like it's supposed to be a Christian organization. It's like, yeah, you got your employees missing time with their families and being here at the warehouse. Like that's just insane, right? That's just insane. And so for me, like just coming out of high school, I didn't have a plan, right? Even if I had a plan, I wouldn't have, I could have, I had a plan to go to barber school at one point, but I never went. Hence the haircut now, right? But now I just go to my guy, Gino. But yeah, like I didn't have a plan, and so I ended up in the rat race at a warehouse, and didn't have a plan for that. And I bounced around multiple different warehouses. I did run across a couple of good ones. I used to do these oil valves for like this one company. That was a good job that I had, but I had to move back to Washington, so I didn't keep it. But yeah, like that's kind of that's the problem. Like it's like when you're in the rat race and you have no other options, it really makes it challenging for you to escape. You're in this cycle, you're on this hamster wheel, and you're like, okay, how do I get out of this? Right. And the goal is like, you have to, obviously live on a budget. You have to spend less than you earn, live below your means, invest the difference in something that's going to pay you. Like me going out and buying, like I bought this Bruce Lee shirt, the dragon. I love Bruce Lee, but this shirt is nice. It feels nice, but it doesn't earn me money, right? It doesn't earn me any money. It's not out working for me. Like this shirt is no different than this shirt that I just wore, right? It doesn't, neither one earn me money. I can earn as much money in this shirt as I can in this shirt, right? So that's the issue. Is like when we consume a lot, right? Our money's not earning money for us, whether that could be you could be in bonds, treasury bills, earning 5%. You could be in a CD. A lot of banks are advertising their CDs for, where you can earn 5%. You could be in dividend paying stocks, paying anywhere from 2, 3 to 10% to 20%. You could have a rental property. You could have a business that's working for you. So like for me, like I'm working on building this YouTube business. So the YouTube business where I can earn ad revenue and partnerships through sponsorships where I can earn money. It takes work. Like I have to spend my time like creating like this video, but this video will also be up where other people can go view the video later on, and then I get ad revenue for that. And so, and then if that person wants to buy something that I'm sponsoring, or a sponsor on my channel, that can also be a possibility too. So, so that's the reason why many people are in the rat race, is because we're trading our time for money. So you have to either build some type of business that's going to work for you, right? Putting your money to work for you, or you have to, all right, y'all, I got to go. I got to take this call. Y'all take care. All right, y'all. Peace.